Hi everybody. My name is David Lyson. I'm in the information systems program, and so what we study is the intersection between business and technology. So what I want to cover is how some of these powerful tools can be used in greater structures outside of business. Next slide, please. So, when each of us gains new data, we can change our perspectives. And so for me, I had a paradigm shift when a guy named Abe, not Lincoln, challenged my assumption that business was an evil thing. And so here's a little joke. All three of these people walk into a bar, they look at a beer, and so Einstein says, is that a particle or a wave? Gandhi says, can we use this as a tool for liberation? Data science says, I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to order a second one. So there's many layers to data. We can analyze it. We can look at, like Zach was saying, we can discover the origins of reality. We can use it to make better predictions, and we can use it to build knowledge and wisdom. But in each of these cases, whenever we're challenging the knowledge and the assumptions and the lens that people have, there could be a ripple effect. So for example, Walden affected JFK, Martin Luther King, and Gandhi. So in a more modern sense, Max Rosen, I think I got his name right, so he created Our World of Data, which is a database of databases. It's got an immense amount of data, which is used by policymakers and journalists to drive policy. So as you can see, business has a huge array of really powerful, effective tools. And that ranges from the philosophy of an organization to actually acting very effectively. And so starting with the first, so organizations are like people in some ways in that they have to adapt their way of approaching business. And so Agile is one way that businesses today, they have to shift their way of thinking to compete. Businesses today also have to act in different ways than they did in the past because the competitive market is much different. And so for instance, the way that businesses work with co-workers or with workers, it's different. So it's very much more dynamic. And lastly, companies have to act in very agile ways in today's market. If they don't act nimbly, they just lose out and they're not going to be around for very long. So one example, I actually worked with this guy at a makerspace, David Lang, and so he created this open source project, and so hundreds of people shared code and it created this submersible submarine. I mean, how cool is that? Another example is, okay, so whether or not like Amazon, like they built this huge cloud structure, and so this is one of these tools where the potential is that you can disseminate information on a global level for very, very cheap. Third example, here at UW is the Makeability Lab, and this is a program where they're using machine learning and AI along with hardware to expand the capabilities of persons with developmental disabilities. So this is cutting edge stuff. I mean, it's really amazing possibilities. So besides profit, what other options are there? Well, there's social entrepreneurship. Tom's Shoes, for example, gave away 35 million brand new pairs of shoes to kids who didn't have them. Another option is just for the public good. So back to Max Rosen, just creating data to help all of us. Or, being like Einstein if he was still alive, like coming up with theory, doing what Zach is doing, and okay, moving on. And so here's another one where you're using evidence, boots on the ground evidence to direct your organizing, your actions, policy. So this is, you're using data, you're using to make informed decisions. So sort of a summary here is that business has all these really powerful tools. I'm suggesting that these tools should be used by persons and organizations who are interested in making change outside of a profit motive. So tying it back to those first individuals who are trying to make public difference. Can we use these tools for good? I would say yes. I mean, there's a lot of potential for increased collaboration, increased communication. And here's Greta, 16 years old, and she's got a global communication using these kinds of tools. I mean, that's amazing, powerful stuff. Thank you.